SongCast. True music discovery.
You are listening to Spotlight exclusively on SongCast. My name's Joe Cleon, very special guest from Prestonburg, Kentucky, the man, the legend, Troy Carlois Burchett. Carlos, how you doing?
I'm doing great, sir. Great to hear from you. Great to be on the show.
Great to have you on the show. I know that you bounce around between all kinds of different genres. I was trying to say this is the country spotlight or the rockabilly spotlight or the blues spotlight, but I can't really say that because your music really transcends a lot of boundaries.
Well, I just love music. I love all different types. I've played everything from bluegrass to rock, and it's whatever I feel like. I don't label it. I kind of just play according to what I feel. That's what I do.
Why don't you give our audience just a little bit, like some cliff notes about yourself, about your career, and just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. I live in Prestonsburg, Kentucky. I am a singer, songwriter. I write songs about things I've lived, loved, lost. I'm trying to get back to real music when you really wrote about your life, like in the old days, the 50s, 60s, even before then. Music was really like almost like therapy. That's what it's like to me. And some of the songs on my new EP are, therapy. It's about people I fell in love with, about losing my father to cancer, a whole host of different things. So that's what music is to me. It's a way of touching people, and hopefully they will live some of those stories in their lives.
Okay, the EP is called One More Time. Why don't you tell me how that came together and when, and how those songs ended up on the EP?
Sure, be happy to. I have been writing songs for a long time, and these are, in my mind, the best songs that I have ever written. I've got a lot. Some are good, some are not so good. And that's, I guess, true for anyone that writes songs. You're going to love some and probably think some are your worst. But I met a friend some years back, a couple years ago. His name is Bobby Cyrus, and Teddy Cyrus, his wife, is a singer, and he's the cousin to Billy Ray Cyrus. And he does a lot of vocal lessons and sings and plays music, writes songs, and I got to sit down with him and play some of these songs for him. And he said, well, this is really good, and we need to do something with this. So his idea was we need to get it recorded. So what happened was we had set up a time to go to Nashville. So I went to Nashville and recorded at Dark Horse Studios with a great producer, Kent Wells, and we sat down and I played these songs for them, and then brought a whole band in from Nashville, and we recorded this at Dark Horse Studios. But I wanted songs that really spoke to other people, because everybody goes through life. We love, we lose things, we have feelings day to day, and I wanted songs that really spoke to them, and that's my hope, that this EP will talk to people even from other countries. It doesn't matter where you're from. Music has a way of transcending nations, boundaries. It really speaks to people's hearts. So when I sat down and recorded the song, then we shot a music video that's on the Country Network now. That's my girl. It's on the EP as well. And I wrote that song about my girlfriend, Denise. So, it's various songs about various things, but everything I write is to the point about something I've lived, loved, or lost.
I was going to ask you about that track, and you answered the question before I could even ask it. That is really a powerhouse track, That's My Girl. How did you end up getting on the Country Music Network with that track and that video?
Well, when I wrote the song, I met this girl some years ago, and I fell in love with her, and she just turned my life around, turned my world upside down, made me feel things I'd never felt before. And we took a lot of trips together. And when I wrote the song, what happened, we took trips, and she would say these funny little quotes to me, or she'd give me these funny little looks. We'd go dancing, and we'd travel, and I'd sing to certain places. And so the song is like a detailed story of things that I experienced with her, like leaning into the curve. She would hit these curves pretty hard and kind of giggle at me, and we'd both almost lean into each other. So the song is almost like a story. And so I played that for Bobby Cyrus, and we recorded it in Nashville. And he thought, well, okay, we need to shoot a video. This song is really good. And I thought, well, sure, we'll give it a try. I got nothing to lose. So we had shot a video in Lexington, Kentucky, with a friend out there at Lexscape, and so we filmed the video. He sends it to a friend of his in Nashville that is kind of working at the Country Network, and they really liked it. And it is now, I'm proud to say, in rotation pretty much every day, and I've got a lot of response from it, and I do a lot of gigs, and people request it, so I'm very pleased, and I love playing that song.
It is a fantastic track. You can check out the video on YouTube, and also all of the music from Troy Carlois Burchett you can pick up everywhere that SongCast distributes. You can buy tracks on Amazon, on Apple Music. You can stream on Spotify, on SoundCloud, on YouTube. Please support this hardworking indie artist, and let's get into this first track. Rockabilly, country, some great rock and roll, all combined into one amazing track. This is That's My Girl, Troy Carlois Burchett, indie music on SongCast, true music discovery.
Jumps in, flashes at a mile, blows me away with the grace and style. Makes me feel like I'm the only man. Taste of her lips, smell of her skin, fires me up again and again. It's like gasoline and fire. Well, come on, the last half mile, roll those eyes. Buckle up, it's a bumpy ride. Lay back, lean into a curve. Pedal the metal and away we go. Where we stop, the Lord only knows, yeah. That's my girl. Bumper to bumper on a dead-end road, going places we'd never go, ignoring the signs. That's how she rolls. Mud hair blowing in the wind. Lord help me, I'm giving in. It's like gasoline and fire. Well, come on, the last half mile, roll those eyes. Buckle up, it's a bumpy ride. Lay back, lean into the curve. Pedal to metal and away we go. Where we stop, the Lord only knows, yeah. That's my girl. Mile, roll those eyes, buckle up, it's a bumpy ride. Lay back, lean into the curve. Pedal to metal and away we go. Where we stop, the Lord only knows, yeah. That's my girl.
What a great track. The first hit from Troy Carlois Burchett. That's called That's My Girl. Check out the video on the Country Music Network. You can also watch it on YouTube. Pick up the track on SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, on everywhere that SongCast distributes music, everywhere that you buy digital music, you can pick up music from Troy Carlois Burchett. If people want to find you, Troy, on social media, where can they find you?
Well, I'm everywhere. I'm on Facebook at Troy Burchett or Troy Carlois Burchett Music. You can find me on Facebook there. I actually talk to people every day, reply messages, send music to them. I love people. I love meeting people. You can also find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I do a lot of shows. I enjoy traveling and meeting people, and I like to take time at my shows to stop and talk with them as well.
So people can go to your social media to get a list of the current shows that you're playing.
You can go there and contact me if you don't see my show dates. And you can contact me directly, and I will email you back and talk to you directly and tell you where I'm going to be and even possibly come to your area. Always
great to see artists that have constant interaction with fans. That's really awesome.
I love people. I mean, like I said, I write songs that are real life, and everybody lives. We all have, issues. Everybody does. And so I love meeting people, hearing their stories, and it actually inspires me to write more songs.
Well, speaking of more songs, let's get into another track from One More Time. Let's talk about it. More of a ballad, this one. Actually, the title track from the EP, One More Time. Talk about this track and why it became the title track for the EP.
Well, I've been playing music for a long time, and I love music. I love to play music. And I've played in festivals and venues and nightclubs and restaurants, parks. I've played for people just for food, sometimes. And, you get to a place where you wonder if you're ever going to have a chance to really play, or if it's just you're going to play in the backyard. I'm always looking to play for more and more people. And so me and Denise got got together, and she, like I said, she changed my life. She made me a better man, and I really felt true love, and I hope everybody does. And I wanted to tell her how much I loved her, but I couldn't find the right way. I thought, well, I'll get her flowers, and then I thought, well, flowers don't last very long. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll get her some candy. And, I felt like that wasn't enough because I wanted to say more. So one day I thought, well, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to write this song, and I'm going to put everything I feel about her, and hopefully what I would want to say to her in this song. And that's how I come up with One More Time. I was trying to tell her how much she meant to me and how much she changed my life. And so when we put the CD together, the EP together, I wanted to really give that tribute to her. And hopefully a lot of people out there are with somebody they love or remember somebody they love have lost. And this song will speak to them. That's my hope from all of this, that I can reach people and share my feelings with them, because I know they probably feel that or have felt that sometime in their lives.
Let's let it speak to everybody. This is One More Time, title track from the EP, Troy Carlois Burchett, indie music right here on Spotlight, true music discovery on SongCast.
Let's take one more drive out beneath the stars tonight. Maybe one more walk down by the lake. Let's cuddle up, baby, and stay all night. Just hold each other till the morning light. And if I could turn back time, if I could change your mind, if I could bring back yesterday one more time, and if I could make you see, honey, what you mean to me, if I could make you love me one more time. Let's take one more dance out on this floor tonight. Maybe one more kiss 'neath all these lights. I'll hold my hand so tight and whisper you love me. Love me one more time before you leave. And if I could turn back time, if I could change your mind, if I could bring back yesterday one more time, and if I could make you see, honey, what you mean to me, if I could make you love me one more time. If I could turn back time, if I could change your mind, if I could bring back yesterday one more time, if I could make you see, honey, what you mean to me, if I could make you one more time.
You are listening to Spotlight, indie music from around the world, commercial-free and free to stream. That was a great track called One More Time, title track from the current EP from Troy Carlois Burchett. And Troy, let us go into another track, kind of more of a hard-hitting, straight-ahead rock track, Hard Letting Go. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Okay, well, I wrote that song. Like I said, I travel a lot to festivals and little small venues, different towns in West Virginia, Ohio, I love to travel. And a lot of times after I spend a weekend, say, playing at a festival or something, coming back, seeing home again and meeting people, hearing their stories, this song kind of come to me by some of the things I experienced, because you lose a lot in your life. And sometimes you get in situations where, things just don't feel right, and you don't know why. So when the song kicks off, you're going to hear me talk about that. I'm in this situation, something's not quite right. I'm not where I really want to be. I want to move on, but I don't know how. And sometimes it's hard to let go of things that you're with, say it's a relationship or whatever, and you want to move on, but you don't really know how to let go. Or sometimes, in the last verse of the song, you're going to hear me talk about coming back to Kentucky, because I'm anxious to get back home and to settle down for a bit and work on some new songs or meet family again. So that song kind of speaks to a whole bunch of aspects that I've felt at certain times and put it all together. It's currently also part of a web series that I also act in called Fifth Holler, and they've picked that song up as their title of their show. So I'm very honored that they liked it enough to do that.
And where can people see that?
You can go to YouTube and just type in Fifth Holler, or look it up on Facebook. It's a kind of a murder mystery about a small town called Raylan. I play a deputy sheriff at the police department. I get to act a little bit and do some martial arts. I trained martial artists and stuff, and I get to do some fight scenes. That was pretty cool.
Nice. Let's get into this track from the EP one more time. A great track called Hard Letting Go. It's Troy Carlois Burchett, indie music, right here on Spotlight, True Music Discovery on SongCast.
There's a cold, cold wind blowing here tonight, a chill in the air. Honey, something ain't right. See the writing on the wall, I hear the bell toll. Lord, it's so hard letting go. And I close my eyes, you're all I see. Your haunting voice, baby, tortures me. Touch these walls, our memories flow. Lord, it's so hard letting go. I try to smile for all her friends, try not to show I'm a broken man. They say be strong, God knows I try. But Lord, it's so hard saying goodbye. And I close my eyes, you're all I see. Your haunting voice, baby, tortures me. These walls, our memories flow. Lord, it's so hard letting go. Traveled miles, 1,000 miles I've gone. What I wouldn't give just to go back home. Those Kentucky hills, they call to me. 23, please take me home. And I close my eyes, you're all I see. Your haunting voice, baby, tortures me. Touch these walls, our memories flow. Lord, it's so hard letting go. Our Lord, it's so hard letting go.
music from Troy Carlois Burchett here on Spotlight. That is Hard Letting Go from the EP One More Time. Once again, if you like what you hear, please support this hardworking indie artist, Troy Carlois Burchett. Pick up tracks on Amazon, on Apple Music, stream on Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube. Play the tracks in your car, share them with your friends and family, turn them on to this hardworking, multi-genre indie artist. So let me ask you about the 4 tracks on One More Time. Were they recently written before you recorded, or have these tracks, some of them, been around with you for quite a while?
Well, some of these songs have been around for quite a while. Like I said, I write about things in my life. I'm not driven by trying to become some millionaire or making a fortune. To me, music is a part of my life. I've done it since I was a kid. My father was a pastor of a church, and I grew up singing in church, one of the worship leaders, and I lost my father to cancer. He passed away and some years back, and that one of the songs on the EP called Spirit Survives is about going through his death and trying to recover. We were very close, so that one was wrote probably 10 years ago. So it's a various time periods in my life.
Very, very telling that you share some of your struggles with your fans and with your audience through your music.
Yeah, I really love people. I want to. My goal in life to be successful to me is if I could get out to meet hundreds of people and share my stories and hear their stories. It's a communication together, I think that if you're going to be an artist and you're really going to love what you do, it can't just be about what the dollar signs are or all that. You really got to get out there where people are and meet them, where they're at, hear their stories, hear if your music connects with them, because everybody feels different things, and music is a great way to connect with people.
And it's really great to see that people like yourself are doing music for the right reasons, and that it just has a spiritual connection. And it's just, you're doing it for the right reasons, just for the love of music and the love of connection and the love of just sharing that connection with people.
Yes, that's my really heart's desire. If I could do anything with my life, I hope and I pray that I can get my music out to the world, reach more people, travel more. I was born legally blind, and I'll share this with you. I am legally blind. I have 2200 vision, but I have been raised to believe that there are no impossibilities. You can be anything in life you want if you want it bad enough and you're willing to pay the price for it. Nothing's free. You got to earn it. And I believe that more people need to hear that type of message, because there's a lot of people in this world and in this country as well that have some type of handicap or disability. But that doesn't mean anything unless you allow it to mean something. You can still achieve any dream you have. And my goal is to get out to more and more people and to share that story that, hey, man, I'm disabled, but I've not let that stop me. It's been a driving factor in my life, and every time someone tells me that I can't, that makes me work that much harder to achieve more in my life, and that's my goal.
It's really inspiring that you have overcome such big obstacles and have followed your dreams and are inspiring others. It's really commendable. Thank you so much for sharing your journey with everybody through your music.
Thank you for the opportunity to do so. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the show, and hope to reach more and more people, and I hope people will contact me and share with their story with me and help me get out to share stories of mine with them.
So before we get into this last track, why don't you give me an idea of what the future holds for Troy Carlois Burchett? What do you have coming up in the future? Got new tracks, a new release planned? What's going on as we move into the end of the year?
Well, my goal is to hopefully put out a new EP in the future of some new songs that I've written and that I have that are really great as well, about things I've experienced in my life. I also am currently trying to work on a new video for One More Time that's going to hopefully come out in a few months down the road. I'm really wanting it to be just right, because I don't have any big company I'm signed with, so it's kind of like a self-funding and a self-promotional type of thing. I am a true grassroots artist. I travel, play, and kind of do everything. Me and myself, Denise, my girlfriend, it helps me with so many things. She's like my road manager, my producer. She inspires me, and I'm so grateful to have her in my life. And but that's my goal in the future. I hope to travel more. I'm looking to get into more festivals, more shows, and I'm hoping that even from this, more people will contact me and invite me to come to more things. It's not about money to me. It's about reaching people and sharing my dream that you can overcome anything and make your life anything you want it to be if you're willing to struggle for it.
What an amazing, inspirational story. Thank you so much for your time and for being part of the SongCast family and for sharing your inspirational music. It's really, really, really great to talk to someone whose heart is in the right place and is just doing music just for the pure pleasure of doing music and sharing a positive message. Once again, the artist is Troy Carlois Burchett, Carlois. If you want to look him up online, you can say hello on Facebook, Troy Burchett Music, also on TikTok, on Instagram, Troy Burchett Music. And again, as I mentioned, you can buy tracks everywhere the SongCast distributes. Make sure that you buy some tracks on Amazon, on Apple Music, throw them in the car, throw them on your phone, play them for your friends and family, share them with the world. Make sure that you turn people on to this inspirational music. There's not enough good types of music like this out there for people to enjoy. So make sure that you do that. And then also you can stream on Spotify, on SoundCloud, on YouTube. And let's head out with another great track. This is Spirit Survives. It's Troy Carlois Burchett. It is indie music. It's true music discovery. And it's right here on SongCast.
Seems like yesterday I was just a boy holding on to Daddy's hand. Thought those days would never end. Felt so safe and secure from the world outside the door. But that was before it slipped in. Someone tell me why. Does anyone even know how someone in their prime, so strong and so wise, slip away so quickly, way before their time? Cancer takes the body, but the spirit survives. Matter of time, or so the doctors say. Through the trials and the treatments, we watched him slip away. Yes, it left him weak and feeble, but he couldn't shake his faith. He said cancer takes the body, but heaven waits. Someone tell me why. Does anyone even know how someone in their prime, so strong and so wise, slip away so quickly, way before their time? Cancer takes the body, but the spirit survives. Lord, there will come a day when we look upon your face and loved ones that we've lost along the way. By your grace.
Listen, explore, discover indie music from around the world. Spotlight features all types of indie music: hip-hop, rock, pop, electronic, country, blues, jazz, and more. Spotlight. Listen to thousands of hours of archived indie music anytime, anywhere. Experience Spotlight, the best indie music from around the world. Commercial-free and free to stream. SongCast Radio. True music discovery.